Deputy Dara Calleary, please.
Thank you, Concurder. Concurder, as elected representatives, we have the honour in this House of being given responsibility to debate issues and to introduce legislation to improve the lives of our citizens, to improve the life of our country. There will always be political differences. It's a political job. There will be heated debates, there will be slagging matches, but overall, everybody here is committed to actually trying to make a difference, and to make a positive difference in their communities. We always have to take into consideration how the public, who elect us and who we serve, believe an issue should be dealt with. Over the past 2 weeks, Minister, there have been heated exchanges about the chaotic, irresponsible nature that Cervical Check have handled their audit on cervical smears. This was brought to public light by Fianna, who was forced to take her case and to tell her story to the High Court. But the bravery that she showed has now opened up so much developments in terms of scoping inquiries, processes, data collections, inquiries into laboratories here in the USA. But at all times I felt that there was very little discussion on women and on the impact on women. 17 of these women are already dead. The courage of Stephen Teep in telling the story of his late wife Irene is amazing, and he and 17 families are now digesting the fact that their wives or their mothers could have had a better prognosis, a better chance in life had their smears been read properly. However, this morning, Minister, if any of us are in any doubt about the impact of these mistakes, the interview on Morning Ireland by Audrey Carville with Emma Ní Mhathúna would have blown that complacency away. It's an interview that will stay with anyone who heard it. It seared the soul of our country. It's hard not to be completely distraught, Minister, at the devastating heartbreak that Emma and her family are facing, and there are no words that anybody can say that will console her, her 5 children, her family or her friends. She articulated in an unbelievably brave way that she was told in 2013 that her smear test was normal, yet she was diagnosed with cervical cancer in 2016. Yesterday, she met her own GP, who told her she had terminal cancer. It had spread to her bones, and she waited until her child's confirmation, which was held on Tuesday, was over to get that news. Her GP told her, and her gynaecologist confirmed, that if her smear test was read accurately, that she would not be facing this diagnosis now. In her own words, Minister, she said that this is where it's so more heartbreaking. I am dying and I don't need to die. She's 37. She's 5 children, one of whom is a baby, and she said, I don't even know if my baby will remember me. I don't even know if my baby will remember me. Minister, the time for defiant defence is over. It's not a time to defend the realm anymore, defend the government, defend the HSE. Please stop. Please stop as a government and listen. But more importantly, hear. Hear the story of Emma, the story of Fianna, the story of Irene Teep and all of the deceased women and all of the women who are currently going through this journey at the moment. Emma is only one story in an ocean of anguish. Minister, I want you to give your thoughts on whether all of these women have been failed by the state. And do you believe there should be accountability, and that there should be accountability now?
Thank you.
There are no words, Minister, and I accept that. But the actions you speak about are not meeting the challenge. Emma was hugely complimentary this morning about her own GP, about her gynaecologist, but her own GP, like all other GPs in the country, only got a proper information pack last night as to how to deal with the avalanche of concern they have in their surgeries. 2 weeks. 2 weeks after this case. The professionalism of Emma's team isn't going to make it any easier for her at 37 years of age. And what she said this morning, she said the state had failed her, had let her down, and she said the government is not actually capable of minding us. Yet this morning at public accounts, when the DG of the HSE was challenged about this interview, he, against the background of all of that has been caused by this controversy, he accused Deputy Mark McSharry of causing hysteria and spreading hysteria. Yet he won't take accountability for his own role in this. Minister, we don't need words. We don't need promises. We don't need shouting or roaring in this chamber. We need action. We need action that will show Emma, that will show Vicky, that will show Stephen and all of the affected women that this House, that this legislature, that each and every one of us here who are given the honour of being in here get where they are. That we actually understand. We'll never be able to walk that journey with them. But as politicians, do we get where they are and understand and show why they need accountability? Because they may not see the end of an inquiry. They may not see the report. Minister, please, for the sake of our country, show that as a government that you are actually capable of dealing with this.
Thank you, Deputy Minister.
I am pointing